Hello, what's up, peeps? It's Matt with OddsJam. No Sixers bucket hat or Embiid jersey today because the Sixers don't play today, unfortunately. Again, got a nice win yesterday, but today's a new day. So just in a normal outfit, no anime shirt that I'm asking people to ask if they know what it's from, none of that stuff. But if you don't know by now, my name is Matt Modi. I'm a content producer for OddsJam. Today's live stream, just going to be placing some positive EV bets live that I would welcome you guys place live with me. Obviously, if I'm placing them, I think they're good bets. So definitely recommend you tail whenever you can. If I'm betting on a book that's legal in your state. With that in mind, I definitely recommend if sports betting, at least mobile sports betting, is legal in your state and you're not currently signed up for every book that's available in your state, I would definitely recommend doing so. And if you look at the links in the description, if you check those bad boys out, you can sign up using those links and then take advantage of the sign up offer. So some of them you can get like over $1,000 free bet or risk-free bet or anything like that, and it's like credit. So I definitely recommend doing that. And just in general, betting on sports, just having access to every book that's available to you, it's probably the most important thing you can do. I would probably say that's my my sports betting tip number one, which actually was in a video. If you watched my top 5 sports betting tips, that literally was number one. It's just line shop. Be signed up everywhere you can. Have access to every book that's available, so you're always getting the best odds. And that way, you've the best chance of getting a positive EV bet and all that good stuff, or just getting the best lines. If you just want to if you want to bet the team, if you want to bet the Sixers, just find out where they're the best odds at. It's pretty simple. It doesn't cost any money to sign up. Once you do, you'll thank me. And with that, I will share my screen. So a new week starts today, I believe, but luckily, yeah, you can see my screen. Had a very successful week last week. So hopefully people hopped on up over $550 for the week. And with NBA being back is a lot to do with it. A lot of the plays that I've been putting out on Twitter, either with the live streams or like I said, putting them out on Twitter or in the videos, have done really well. I had a really rough Saturday in terms of college basketball specific bets. So hopefully the 3 I gave today, if you haven't watched that yet, just check it out in the OddsJam YouTube channel. Hopefully those 3 do better. But NBA player props going well. Any play that I've put out on Twitter for the NBA has gone well. So hoping to continue the streak tonight. Every bet that I place, I do so using the OddsJam bet tracker. It's a really, really helpful tool because it just keeps everything in one site for you. So all the views you saw on my homepage, they're all pulled from the bet tracker. So it's really easy. It's free. It's really easy to use. It's free to use, and it tells you. It just has all your information. And then my favorite part is it tells you whether your bet is green or red in terms of whether you beat the closing line or you didn't beat the closing line. So if I have a couple that's red here, like this one. I took the under first half for Texas versus Baylor. No longer plus EV. Same thing with the Jimmy Butler assists. I took the under on. Looks like one of my 3 plays for college hoops is no longer plus EV. Went from like -115 to now to -107. And then one of my Lauri Markkanen assists is no longer plus EV. So 4 out of the 15 bets are no longer beating CLV. So sometimes I'll cash out, but I like to wait until closer to game time. And if there's still negative closing line, then I'll go ahead and cash out. But a lot of times, since the odds fluctuate so much, I wait and see how it goes. Because obviously these are plus EV when I bet them. And it's funny enough that Syracuse had the highest percentage of plus EV, but sometimes odds change and you're not always going to beat the closing line. So this DeMar one, I didn't take it for my official player props of the day. This first one you see on here, I couldn't publicly fade DeMar after how good he's been. I still took the bet. It just wasn't part of my official plays. I took it just on my own. So if you want to back, the math backs it up. He is playing the Heat, the best defense in the NBA, them in the Mavericks, I believe. So I could see if there is a game for him to struggle, but it's tough business fading someone that's gone over their point total, I think the last 8 times, something ridiculous like that. But I had to go over that aside. But in general, so this is the OddsJam positive EV page. It lists every play that has positive expected value. As you can see, there are a lot. Obviously, if you're looking at the page, the higher percent, the better. It means the greater the positive expected value is. So the way the plus EV is calculated is just the OddsJam perfect line, which is the sharpest sportsbook out there, calculates what we deem to be the true line of a play. So for this DeMar one, we priced his under 29.5 points at minus 134. And the reason why it has such high positive expected value is because we can get that bet at plus 110 on DraftKings, which is what I took it at. So the OddsJam perfect line gives this bet a 53.5 essentially percent chance of hitting. And we're getting that at plus 110, which has an implied win percentage of below 50%. So you're getting, that's where the positive expected value comes from. So obviously not every plus EV bet, not every positive EV bet you place is going to hit. But the goal is just to stack consistent positive EV bets to beat the closing line as often as you can. And that's how you can profit betting on sports. That's how I have been profitable betting on sports. It's almost all plus EV betting. As you can see here, up over $7,000 just from plus EV betting. Some odds boosts in there, some normal bets that I take, not from the plus EV page, just when I like to play myself. And then obviously cash some free bets. Most of those, majority of my profit is also through NBA, which is mostly NBA player props. So you'll see me bet a lot of NBA player props on these live streams. And a couple of rules of thumb regarding the plus EV page that I'll get into real quick. So the OddsJam perfect line, the important thing to look at when you're looking at the OddsJam perfect line is whether it is within market width or not. And the way you calculate market width is you just subtract. If it's a plus and a minus, like it is here, you just subtract the two numbers. So in this case, the market width for the DeMar one would be 32. You just subtract 32 minus 34. Let me get a sip of water real quick. And anything that's below 40 cents is a play for a player prop, for a game prop. Anything below 25 cents is a play. And then if it's two minuses, you just add them together. So for here, minus 110, minus 121, that would have a market width of 31 cents. Just add those two bad boys together. And then for player props specifically, I don't bet anything below 5%. And sometimes I'll up that percentage to 7%. So if there's a ton, like I think it was either yesterday or Saturday or Friday, one of the live streams I did, the plus EV page was just popping. There's play after play. So in that situation, I limited myself to only bet anything above 7%. But there are other plays, other days where if there aren't as many NBA games, you're not going to have as many plays, obviously. So then I'll lower it to 5% just to get some bets out there. But for today, I might make it like 6 or 7, depending on how we go. So this DeMar one I already took. My calculator tells me to put 115 on it. I don't bet over $100 on a player prop. It's just they're a little bit, the variance is a little bit higher with player props. So I love betting them, but I just don't bet over $100. So I already took this one, so I'm not going to double take it because, like I said, fading DeMar with how hot he's been is tough sledding, but got to trust the math. So if you want to take this one, I think I put like 70 on it, 65, so close to 70. So that was like my bankroll, I think I have set at 1,000. So it was like a 6.5% plus EV, what I put it on. But anyway, so this Patty Mills one, stocks, not going to be a play. It's not above, or the market width is above 40 cents. This hockey one is at 38. So this actually is a play. Looks like it's Quinn Hughes over 2.5 shots on goal. So it's telling me to put 70 on this. I have noticed, and you go to FanDuel, that FanDuel is one of the quicker sports books to change their odds. They're one of the fastest with their odds changing. So I think of all the books, I have the worst luck placing bets specifically on FanDuel just because they move it so quickly. So it's such a sharp book that they just move their lines so quickly. And it's the Devils versus Canucks. And I already forget. Quinn Hughes over 2.5 shots on goal. Let's see. So Quinn Hughes. Wait. Over 20. Yeah. So the odds already changed, unfortunately. So I wasn't able to get that one in. The odds went from 2.5 to 1.5. So this will go away. You'll see quickly. This one's not a play. This stocks. I love stocks for Franz Wagner. But this Treyman points over 15.5. This is a play on BetMGM. So the OddsJam perfect line prices it at minus 162. Prices the under at plus 122. That's 40 cents in market width. So we are getting that at minus 115. Looks like that is a close to a McSlam, but not quite for me. So I will go ahead and place this bet if I can get it in time. Trey Mann on the Clippers, total points over 15.5. So where are the Clippers? Wait, this is the... Oh, I have the game wrong. It's the Kings versus Thunder. Oops, that's embarrassing. Thinking of Terrence Mann, I believe. Yeah, I'm thinking of Terrence Mann, who does play for the Clippers. All right, so over 15.5. That's still there, so I'll go ahead and lock this in, as you can see on my screen here. And we are good to go. Bet has been placed. So now I add it to my bet tracker, and all you do to do that, you just click this little plus button. Make sure you're putting it on the right side, the right amount, adds it for you. Click the refresh button, and now you see checked off, meaning I've already bet it. So this next one here is the stocks play that I am betting. It looks like it is on the under 2.5 for Isaiah Jackson. The OddsJam perfect line prices the under, which I am betting at -121. That's the over at -120 or 110. So that's 31 cents in market with, which makes it a play. So let me go ahead and add this. And this one's on Caesars. Love me some Caesars. So let me go ahead, log in. And I already forget. Magic versus Pacers, Isaiah Jackson under 2.5, right? So I need to go to player props. And it was stocks. Isaiah Jackson under 2.5, +110 odds, perfect 65. That has been placed. So we are in. So again, let me add it to my bet tracker. Again, make sure you add the right side. And all right, let's see. So that's everything above 7%. Looks like there is a couple between that are above 6%. So I'll go ahead and lock those in, and then let's see. And then, yeah, I'll go ahead. Looks like there's a lot. Let me lock in the ones above 6%, and then we'll see what's left. So this next one looks like 38 cents. Jaren Jackson made threes over 1.5. He's a good shooter. He's been struggling this year. Maybe he can find his form for at least a game. But either way, the math is there, so I will take it. So I need to go to player props, 3-pointers. And this was a $45 bet for your boy. So let me lock that in. That's about like my second, third, fourth bet I've played since I've been doing the live stream, which shows you that you don't necessarily have to dedicate all day to do this. You just need to dedicate when you have the time. Just make sure you move quick. So I lost that one FanDuel one. You see it's not here anymore because I didn't move quickly enough. Here's another FanDuel one. Let's see if I can get it. DeJounte Murray under 39.5. PRA, points, rebounds, assists. $69 play. That is very nice. I'll round that up to 70. So yeah, you don't have to move, or you don't have to spend all day on the plus EV page. You just need to move quickly when you are betting. So I think a lot of times it can be intimidating for people. It's like, well, I just don't have the time for that. And it's like, well, you don't necessarily have to have all day. You just need to have, when you do have time, be able to dedicate it. So DeJounte Murray under 39.5, -104, 70. Perfect. That one is in. Again, let me add this to my bet tracker. Let me see how many I played. So I've only done player props, which is fine because I like doing player props, but I do want to show. So I've done 4. So let me do one more. I'll do 5 player props. And let's see. So perfect. Another stocks play, and perfect. It'll be the last one above 6%. Look at that. It worked out. So this one is Jakob Poeltl, who's on my fantasy basketball team. So I don't like fading him, but if the math says it, I will. Under 2.5 stocks, $65. I'll do this on BetMGM. And let me find stocks. This is the right game, right? Yes. Should be -105. It is. This is a $65 bet. Perfect. So as you can see, with the parameters I have, it's still pretty heavy NBA player prop focused, which is fine because I have been very profitable with NBA player props. Like I said, majority of my profit is 1 plus EV betting, 2 NBA, and a lot of those are NBA player props. So I'm not scared by it. I do admit that there is higher variance with player props, so that's why I limit myself to only certain numbers. But no fear with it. So here's a play. Looks like Jackson State money line basketball. Looks like this is a $35 play, 25 cents in market with. So sure, why not? This is on Caesars. So the one thing that's tough about there's so many NBA or NCAA games. A lot of times I will just control F the team, which I found. So there should be plus 160. They are. This was only 35 because it's not a high % chance of winning, but all they do just win straight up. So you'll see. If only Dion was coaching their basketball team. And all right, so I like this one, only 20 cents. New Mexico State or New Mexico plus 10.5 against Fresno State. Let's see if I can find this one. So again, let me just search Fresno. It was New Mexico plus 10.5, should be minus 105. It is. This was a $40 play. So as you've noticed, because there were no game props above like the same percentage of the player props, I'm not putting as much money on them because just the percentage isn't there, and I just follow the Kelly criterion method. So one thing that I like doing is finding a market that is 15 cents and below for market width, because that's an incredibly tight market. So a lot of times if you do find one that is 15 cents and below, it'll be lower plus EV because of how tight the market width is. But if you're able to find one, like I said, that is 15 cents and below, and it's still plus EV, that's an incredibly valuable market. So a lot of times I'll actually put double what the calculator tells me to do on that specific play because of how good and tight of a market that is. So what I'll do now is look for anything that is 15 cents and below. And if it's a play that I really like, I don't always check it to make sure I really like it, but I sometimes do. I will go ahead and put double what my calculator tells me to put on it, because to take advantage of the market width there. So let's see, 15, that's MMA. That's tough. 24. Here's 14. Heat Bulls actually posted this play on Twitter. I'll go ahead and take it again. First half total over 109.5. Let's hope I get this. So this is a $40 play. NBA was Heat versus Bulls. Half. Total points. Alternate total points. Over, what was it again? 109.5 plus 116. So it's 2 cents lower. So now I bet it'll go away with a refresh. Fortunately, wasn't able to get that one in. So let's look again. Actually, this is a good one. First half total over 65.5. So this would be a good play. $80 on the dot. I think this was bet MGM. It was Norfolk State versus, I think that's one. I think Norfolk State is in Virginia, which means that I won't be able to bet on it because I'm in Virginia, and Virginia doesn't let you bet on college sports. Let's see. Yeah, not able to get that one in. But if you have BetMGM and you're not located in Virginia, 8% play on Norfolk State versus North Carolina Central, first half over 65.5. Wish I could get this in, but alas, I cannot. Still up there, so you lock that in if you can. All right, let's find a 115 and below. And then I'll go ahead and skedaddle on out of here. There isn't one. That's annoying. Well, darn. Oh, well. So just pretend that I was able to lock in that first half over for the Heat Bulls game because it was 15 cents and below, and I doubled what I would have put on it. And that is how you navigate a situation like that. So let me see if there are any player props that I missed. Looks like there are not. So what's that, like 6 total plays? 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total plays, all still beating the closing line, which is nice. Majority player props, which is fine. It looks like 3 of the 7 plays are plus money. That's actually rare. Normally I have more than that are plus money, but it's all right if they hit. I prefer them to be plus money, but as long as the bet is positive CLV, I don't care. So that's going to be it for today. So I have about 1,200, close to 13 in pending bets. Not all of that I put out publicly because got to give you guys something to look forward to and sign up for OddsJam. But some of these are public. So make sure to follow me on Twitter at my handle below. Make sure to check out the OddsJam YouTube channel. I post some college plays. Bob does some hockey. He also does early morning coffee, which people love, which I love. Randall goes live. Alex goes live. So definitely make sure to subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. And other than that, I mentioned this at the top of the show, but just if mobile betting is legal in your state, just check out the links in the description of this video and sign up for anywhere that you're not. It's the easiest way to be a profitable sports bettor. How I've been able to be so profitable is I'm just signed up everywhere that's in Virginia. So you need to be signed up. So click those links, sign up, take advantage of the promos. and you'll be a profitable sports bettor. But as far as this goes, that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching, and I'm out.